One of my favorite things about you, Chuck, is like I think it's cool because you're the same way when we chat offline as in a podcast, as in your videos. And I think that's something that like social media misses. Like how many fake plastic things do we see in our culture today, right? Where like people put on a certain look or glamour when the camera goes on and then offline they're a completely different person. I I think that we just honestly need to be ourselves day in, day out. And I'm never different with my wife or my kids or with you or in business or like, at an event or out, not at an event, online, not online. I just am who I am, period. And I know you are too. And that's, again, was one of my favorite things about you. And I think that like, I see tons of people, mostly people that are half our age, that have been brought up at a slightly different era in their social media, right? Because you and I, when we first started seeing it, I know you remember MySpace when it was a thing. That's not even a thing anymore, right? But now it's like everyone's got to have this certain look and this pizzazz and this like cool factor and like, this hype bro type mentality. And like, I think it lacks authentic, true connection. And I think that like, just be who you are. I don't care what it is. Someone's going to like you, someone's not going to like you, but just be yourself, you know?
Yep.
I think that's the only way to operate personally.
I do too. And that it took me a long time to get to that because, as you're growing up, you care about what other people think sometimes more than
More
you
than you
probably
should.
should.
More than you should.
And
Yeah.
I got to a stage in my life where I tell people my mom, God bless her, she passed away 3 years ago this month. And the last lesson that she taught me, she was mad as she was leaving this earth. She was complaining about people that did her wrong and she just wasn't happy. And I thought, man, like those people don't even know that you're upset and you let it control your life. And to
Yeah.
me, some dumbass on Facebook that says I'm an idiot, I really don't care. Like, thanks for commenting, You're messing with my algorithm and you're getting me some points and I'll
And
get a
that's it.
couple extra bucks out
Yeah.
of your negativity.
I,
But
I
once
have
you realize,
I have a rule. I don't even read my own comments. I let my team do it because I don't want to let it affect me at all. Like I literally do not comment on any of my own videos, except for the ones on my true personal channel, like my actual Facebook page. Like that's my personal. But like my YouTube channel and like all the other channels, they're like my team publishes my content to those, and my team handles responses. I don't look at it at all, like not one bit. And I found
that's
that
probably a good idea.
that helps me disconnect from it because like if I do naturally have this like thing that I want to like please people, want to make people happy. But like you said earlier, like sometimes we care a little bit too much. And I think no matter who you are, no matter what you say, no matter what your voice is, there's going to be some people that like you, some people that hate you, and a good bit of people that are in the middle. But it doesn't matter who you are. You could be Trump, right? And there's people
Oh
that love
yeah,
him, people
good
that hate him.
example.
You could be Biden, and there's people that love him and people that hate him, and it's normally the opposite. But either one of those characters, they can't be the other. Trump's not going to be Biden. Biden's not going to be Trump, right? Like we just got to be who we are and just realize and accept that some people are going to love us, some people are going to hate us, and some people will be indifferent. And just let it be
Yeah.
what it is.
In business, especially the people that don't like you. I mean, I'm not trying to do business with someone that thinks I'm a dumbass anyway,
Yeah,
or
I
someone
know.
that thinks I'm a clown that doesn't take life seriously enough. I don't
Hmm.
need you. There's
Yeah,
plenty of people out there in the world. And I always tell people with roofs, it's the mentality is for me, it's collaboration over competition. And, it's that mindset of go look outside and see how many roofs there are. How many days do you think we have left in our
well,
lives? I'm 6
I
years
live in a
old.
different. I live in a different state than you, but I get your point. Like literally in my neighborhood alone, just my neighborhood, if you were to sell every door in my neighborhood, it would blow your $2 million like thing out of the water. And that's
Yeah,
just
it'd probably
one
take you a couple
neighborhood.
years to do them.
I know. It's crazy. So yeah, there's so many roofing companies. There's so many marketers. There's so many this and that. Like we all have our space, and yeah, we don't need to be as combative and non-collaborative as we think we do. I think again, just be yourself, be out there, and let it ride, man.
Why not, right? It's who I am. It took me a long time to get to this comfort level with myself to where I truly don't care. If someone's got something bad to say about me, that's cool. Thanks for talking about me. I probably don't even think about that person ever. Probably don't even know him in 99 out of 100 situations. So hey,
Yep.
it's an honor for you to think that negatively about me, even though we've never met. So keep it up, bud. You
You know,
know?
I almost feel bad for the people that have like those negative rants and stuff online, because it's at the same time it's like, dude, why are you letting some other random person's video that you don't know make you get so angry that you've got to go and rant on their thing, comment on their thing? Like, you know, I almost feel bad for that person that feels like they have to do that. You know?
Absolutely. And like they always say, nobody hates on someone that's doing less than they are. So I take it as a compliment. You know,
Yeah.
some roofer in Iowa thinks I'm an idiot or thinks that my step flashing job doesn't look right, and he's got some smart ass comment. Sweet, random guy in Georgia or Illinois or Iowa. If I walked into you on the street, I wouldn't even know who you were. So
Yeah,
who
exactly.
cares, you
Yeah,
know? And
exactly.
the people that are going to be your friends are going to be your friends regardless, because they take you and they accept you for who you are, and they know this is him. I'm not going to be any different now than I am if I go talk to a homeowner in an hour. I'll have
Yeah.
the exact same corny jokes. I'll have the exact same energy, and
Yeah.
I'll tell them exactly the same things, you know? And you get exposed after a while if you're fake. And I think that's the biggest thing with social media. Like you said, people try to fit into an image, and whoever said that image is right? The douchebag sales guy that's bragging about his Lamborghini or whatever. Who cares? Like, you know, most of
Hmm.
those guys aren't worth being around anyway, and most of them have no character and they're complete idiots. So why am I trying to be like you? And then everybody looks the same. You know,
Yeah.
people tell me all the time, you do stuff differently than others. Your social media looks different. It sounds different. The way you go about it's different.
Mine
And
too. You and I have some
yeah,
similarities there. We both are kind of a raw, let's just talk about it kind of thing. And I don't, I mean, we have video production crews on staff and stuff, and I could make overproduced videos if I wanted to. I just choose not to. I choose to just
yeah.
have clean, simple messaging, and that's my focus, and that's my brand. I think, I think it also, like, you know, as well as it will attract the right people to me, it's the other way around too. Like the people that like the way I speak, or we're naturally going to get along because I'm not faking who I am. So the person that likes me, I'm probably going to like them back, you know. But
Yeah.
if I spent my day faking who I was, the people that would naturally come into my business were probably people I'd have to continue to fake who I was to be around. And that's not, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's a compounding effect almost. And of course,
It
like
gets
we talked about
tiring
earlier,
after a while being
it
fake.
does. It does. And of course, it kills your culture too, because people are, like you said, people are going to see right through it publicly, internally, whatever. I think the only way to be is just 100% yourself. But it's hard to do. And
Yeah.
it takes, like you said, it takes a little while. I think, like what I see of some younger people, sometimes they haven't explored themselves enough to figure out exactly who they want to be, you know? And,
That's it. And a lot of people haven't been through failures. You know, I think failure is the greatest teacher. God knows
agreed.
I've done some stupid things in my career and my life. I've fallen on my face more times than not. And that's why I tell people, you know, you just have to get back up and say, okay, I won't do that again. And if you
Yeah.
don't do it again, you're a better person. If you continue to do the same thing over and over, I don't know. Your results are going to pretty much be predictable, and you kind of deserve them at that point. But
Yeah.
for me, I think some of the biggest failures I've had, I mean, I've really screwed some things up in my day.
Me
And
too.
those are the teaching moments where you realize this is who I am, and I'm not going to let that define me. I'm not going to let that be the thing that holds me back. And you know, let's just move on. Today's another day, you know. Like I said, I'm 46. If I live to be 92, I'm halfway through, and I don't want to live to be 92. So time is limited, and you start to realize the older you get, you know, the less it really matters what other people think, because at the end of the day, they're not going to probably be there for you anyways. So
Yeah.
enjoy what you can, and make the most of what you've been given, and do the best you can to be the best person. And hopefully at the end of the day, more people will say you were cool than won't. And if they don't, you know, then what's wrong with them?
Man, I love this, man. So many like lessons here in our chat today. But like, I think that one of the big takeaways that I have from this is just be authentic and be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that
Uh,
simple, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you
r-
have to take from this entire episode. If you
really
sit here and
is.
listen to this long-winded roofer from San Antonio for the last hour, just take that. Be yourself. That's our lesson for today's episode, the $1 million lesson.
Hey, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you're looking for help growing your contracting business, I invite you to join my free community. In there, we go live with amazing trainings, share resources and downloads, plus you get free help from me and from peers. That link is down below to join, and we'll see you in the next video.